Okay guys, here is the entrance. So many of you have seen this over and over and over again, but let's pretend that you haven't. Let's pretend that you haven't. So this custom design code that I'm standing on right now, this stone path, it's so beautiful. I love it so much. This is my reminder to let you guys know, per usual Creature Crossing, all of the custom design codes that I use for this theme are going to be in the description of this video, along with the updated dream address. Guys, the Pink Zen Island is no more. We only have phase 4 videos to remember her by, because the dream address has officially been updated to this completed island of this modern Castlecore theme. So if you guys want to grab any of these custom design codes, or if you want to take a walk through the island yourselves, that information is down in the description for you guys. And if you absolutely love this dress, as I do, all of my clothing custom design codes that I use, I post to my Instagram just to have them all in one easy to locate place. So if you guys want to check out Creature Crossing on Instagram, I have a lot of really cute clothing design codes, none of which I have made, all of which I have used. So with that being said, here we have the entrance to the island, our castle city here, that is a blend of modern city, Castlecore, and farm core, because all of my villager houses have been turned into little farms or shops. So this island really is a mixture of a lot of cool things, and I can see it's already getting kind of stormy and overcast, so I need to hurry up and show you guys this island because it's probably going to start raining soon. Anyways, here is the entrance. We've just got one cliff here. We created these waterfalls. I have these Valiant statues up here on the inclines, along with these garden lanterns flanking either side of that cliff here. The cliff ends abruptly because in the very far left corner you can see the river on the outside of the wall. That's the moat. So these cliffs literally just kind of happen right here at the entrance, and then they get cut off by the moat, which wraps all the way around the island. And then we've got our big round topiaries here. This gate is the entrance to the walls that wrap all the way around the city. It's not hard to figure out for yourselves, but friends, here first of all is resident services wrapped in its own little castle walls here. But the color scheme for this island is very much white, yellow, and let's be honest, green. It's the summer island, it's bright, it's sunny, so these are the colors that you're gonna see all over the island. Featured items are topiaries, they are pergolas, garden benches. When I design islands, you guys, I want the whole island to feel like it's one big complete design, just spread over a lot of space. And the easiest way to do that is to use similar items all over the island, as well as keep that color scheme intact. So it may get a little repetitive, but that repetitiveness allows the island to flow and feel like one big cohesive design. So you're gonna see a lot of these elements as we walk around here on the island. Since we're coming right onto resident services from the entrance, let's pop in here. Friends, this is the most basic resident services I've ever had. And the reason it is so basic is because castle walls turn out to be very limiting. They make spacing very difficult and they take up a lot of space, and to properly wrap the resident services plaza and castle walls meant that I had to sacrifice putting anything fun kind of in here on the perimeter. So as you can see, I just have some flowers and shrubs behind the building here, but really the decoration for resident services for this theme is the castle wall itself. And look at all of these gray dudes in here. Avery, Antonio, Gonzo, and Fang. Hello everybody. I love it so much. So that's resident services, really nothing to see, nothing to write home about, but it's a castle. It's its own little castle, which is pretty fun. Guys, you'll see under these pergolas here too, this is like my favorite custom design code of all time, is this dirt path that just melts right into the grass. It's so beautiful, it looks so natural, I'm never gonna get over it. It's so great, I love it so much. And then we have all these other fun custom design codes on the ground here. We've got these nice soft green leaves that coordinate with the dirt path. We've got some white flowers, we've got some green flowers, we've got some yellow flowers. These custom design codes just to fill in any blank spaces to make everything feel really complete. Where there are castle towers, there are anthurium plants, so that is what's on top of all the towers here, just really making something cute going on top of the castle walls. And here's the left side of the island. This is the main path, and it's gonna go right up to the top of the left side of the island. Guys, once again, I've created an island that is like 3 vertical sections where you have to go across the bottom of the island to get to all the different sections. You guys have to help me. Next theme, please push me to make an accessible island that you can literally walk around instead of having to go down to the bottom to cut up to the top. Anyways, this is a super fun path, more of that great custom design code, just lots of fun stuff here. These garden lanterns, more pergolas, more topiaries, hedges, all of that good stuff. The first real feature that I have to show for you guys for this island is the ruined campsite here. So I feel a couple different ways about there being a camper here today. There's a part of me that wishes that they weren't because you could see things a little bit better. But also it's pretty great that there's a camper here, right? So you can actually see the campsite. But yeah, so I wanted to do a ruined castle area on this island. As soon as I came up with this theme, I knew I was gonna do this, but I didn't really know how. So this is how it ended up coming about, and I ended up creating my campsite with this idea. So behind here, we just have a couple levels of cliff. I've created one singular waterfall coming off the back there, which creates this fun little river space, and I almost put the campsite on like a little island, just surrounded by this really thin little river that kind of curls around. And then I just busted out all of these ruined items that I think are so pretty. So we've got the arch, we've got the pillars, we've got the broken pillars, we've got the ruined seats, and then on top of the ruined seats and the decorative pillars, I have the vine lamps, and I absolutely love these. I was not originally planning to use vine lamps for this, but once I started to build this space, I was like, I have to put something on top of these things, and I would love to put a light on them. So guys, again, we're gonna walk through this island after dark and take in this campsite with all those vine lamps. I think it's gonna be really ambient, really pretty. But this is the first major build that I have to show here on this island, so let's keep going. Another item you're gonna see everywhere, especially inside the castle, which is the shopping district, you're gonna see these garden benches everywhere. Customized to white, I love them. I love them so much. All right, guys, let's keep going up the path here. Just see all the fun, pretty little things with your eyes. Lots of trees, shrubs, flowers, all of the shrubbery. So we used the plumeria shrubs for this island because of that white and yellow theme. And then we've got white roses and yellow mums as our flowers. So those are all just mixed and matched and interwoven into the design overall. So before we cross this really cute bridge, let's cut over here to the left. This is one of my first villager houses that you can kind of see the design for. And you guessed it, it's a blacksmith. Or an armory, or however you really want to think about it. I'm not going to walk through here and tell you what every single item is, but just check it out. Look how fun. Lots of stone, lots of iron, lots of fire. Very much a smithy, very much an armory. We've got swords, helmets, boots, bows, full armor sets, all kinds of cool stuff to really just show you what this space is and what this is here for. So this is our armory slash blacksmith here on the island. It is a Castlecore island after all. And this is another great custom design code that's going to be in the description. This kind of brick path right here, creating a really nice structured space for this little house here. All right, you guys, and then heading over this bridge, which yes, this pond exists exclusively, so there can be a bridge here. That is the only reason there is that little pond here. But we come off of the bridge, and this is going to shoot us off into our first section of villager houses. So along this really cute path, past this well, and all these trees and all these shrubs and all of this fun stuff, our first little farmstead, we're going to come up here and check out this little house here. So here obviously we're growing potatoes and carrots. We've got our little root farmer. So also with the quotes farmcore element on this island, things are going to be a bit repetitive. There's only so many items that make sense for farmcore. So you're going to see a lot of similar things in front of a lot of these farmhouses. But again, it makes the entire area flow and mesh and work together. So it's all good. It's all good. So there's our first little farmhouse here. And then up on this side, guys, no one has seen this yet. Guys, this is what I finally figured out for this little honey farm. Okay, I was struggling so much with this because nothing I did made sense, really, because these beekeepers' hives have to go on the ground. They won't go on a table or anything like that. So the way that I solved that problem, as you can see, is I built cliffs so that they could be on the ground like they want to, but I could have them elevated the way that I wanted to. So we've got a bunch of beekeepers' hives here. We've got a bunch of garden wagons, a bunch of these really cute honeybee models. We've got a wasp's nest, and really what helps this whole design come together are these custom design codes, this kind of spilled honey that I kind of have underneath the beekeepers' hives, underneath this bee right here, underneath this wasp nest right here. I just went desperately hunting for custom design codes to try to make this space work, and I found these really cute splotches of honey. So again, those custom designs will be in the description, but this whole design finally came together for me, and then I was able to use these garden wagons to create all of these flowers, because what do bees do? They pollinate. They're gonna feed off of the flowers to make their honey. So that all makes perfect sense. And then fun story, guys, completely randomly, this is Sherry's house now, Sherry the monkey. Everybody always makes fun of her because she's got yellow hands and feet. I've decided that it makes perfect sense that she's the honey farmer. So her little yellow hands and feet are just her getting messy with her honey, okay? So we're gonna stop judging her, we're gonna stop calling her names, and just let her be a little bit of a messy honey farmer, okay? Sherry's great, leave her alone. All right, guys, we keep going up the path here, just past more stuff. One of my favorite features over here, Shep is sitting on his crop, we're gonna ignore that. One of of my favorite features here was figuring out to put two of the retro transportation stops together facing each other to create this kind of corrugated steel shed. I love having this over here. It makes perfect sense in a farm core element, and I just decided to try it and it absolutely came together, and I love that. I love having little storage sheds back here. So here we have Shep growing our pumpkins and our cabbages, and then over here we've got some of the fun. This is all the spooky stuff, right? But it's just flipped around, of course, because he's the pumpkin farmer. Now we keep going up here. We've got this fun little hand cart, which of course you'll see everywhere, this cute birdhouse. And then again, trying to do that trick by putting items like this together. These of course are the storefronts, and I actually pushed them together back to back. And if I angle downward, you're gonna see right through them. But if I keep this angle on the camera, it kind of looks again like a little storage shed. And then here we have our wheat farmer. So we've got a lot of fun stuff out here. We've got a winnowing machine. We've got some stacks of bags that are obviously supposed to be bags of grain. I've got a fun little hay bed, just trying to scream wheat farmer, right? Like grain and stuff. So here's our wheat field, our teeny tiny little wheat field that I have to run through every single time. Here's our special wheat here, our golden wheat or something, if you will, with our windmill and all of these castle walls, guys. The whole place, the whole island is wrapped in a wall. It is a giant walled city, and I think it came out so cute. So this is the entire left side of the island. Again, these vertical sections, I don't know what it is. I like default to it, so I need to fight that habit. So we are going to come back down here just for the sake of showing you the outsides before I show you the insides, which sounds very strange when I say it like that, but I want to save the castle for last. So let's come across here now, going the right from the airport. You guys are going to see this, and a lot of you have already seen it, but this is a really fun tunnel that we made that takes us up to the entrance of the main castle, which is the shopping district. So this is just some really cool stuff that happened here just in front of this path. Lots of fun features, lots of cool stuff here with this really fancy tunnel, but we're gonna bypass this for now. We're gonna walk over here to the right. Now this is my house here on the island, and this design came out really, really good. We had to do some crazy stuff in the middle of the phase. We actually had to shift most of the island over a couple of tiles. So I basically created this entire design for the exterior of my house and then had to shift it all piece by piece, a couple of tiles to the left, and that's all I have to say about that. But this is a really fun exterior that I did for my house, just keeping to that color scheme, that green, that yellow, that white, items like the pergolas and the topiaries and all of that good stuff. And then I ended up doing these cute little ponds, and I went ahead and allowed for the Bunny Day topiary to be these little centerpieces and these little pond features in front of my house, because they are literally the color scheme. It's a green topiary with a yellow egg and a white pot, so it's fine. It's literally fine. But here is a quick glimpse of my house. We will come back here at night, of course. I have all of these street lamps and fun stuff going on, so we will come back to that. And now we are actually going to get to an area that nobody has seen. Subscribers and new people are all in this together. This was literally finished like a few hours ago. Let's cut over here to the right. So guys, this is what I ended up doing with the lower right portion of the island. I created another cool pond feature with these ruined items and a Valiant statue in the middle of the pond on a little island. And then coming up here, we've got our garden benches, so you can come up here and kind of like hang out and just appreciate the ambiance of how cool this is. It's already starting to light up a little bit because it's getting dark out. So yeah, this is the bottom right portion of the island. This is what I came up with to fill out this space. I think it came out pretty cute. I'm content. I'm content with it. I'm content. And since we're down here, we're gonna go ahead and shoot to the only beach design that I have on this island. So through this archway, underneath this pergola, we will follow this path of stone down here to the beach and over here to our little fishing hut. So this was a really fun, cute, simple design that I threw together with my subscribers in a live stream. We literally built this together with this custom design code, these wooden planks on the ground. So cute. Again, in the description, just go grab it. Over here to Captain's Pier, he's just chilling here with a lot of fun stuff. With the medieval idea, I wanted to have like a fishing hut, something on the beach, so that like fish was being freshly caught and provided to the city. So that's all that this is, and this is the only beach design. The rest of the beaches are coconut trees and custom designed stones. I have a thing for beaches. We don't need to talk about it right now. So yeah, guys, so that's it down here for the bottom right of the island. That's what's going on. I can't wait to come down here when it's actually dark. That's gonna be really cute. Let's keep going up the path here on the outside of my house. And then here, again, this is still more new stuff that nobody has seen except myself. So here we are breaking up into the next area here that are all villager houses kind of moving up the right side of the island. But here we've got this fun simple well just kind of right here in the middle of the path, and Walt is enjoying his popsicle over here in what has become the like flower shop. I say that with a question in my voice, the flower shop. This was not an original idea. This is something that came about somewhat out of desperation. I mean, talking about modern elements, this really does scream like a modern kind of nursery store or garden center that you would go to, but guys, it's so cute, right? Just think about how cute it is. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. It is a modern Castlecore island, okay, so it's fine. This island is finished. And then going up this path some more, we're just gonna keep walking on up here. This is a new concept that I came up with here. So these are, of course, the beach balls customized to these watermelon designs, which are so cute. Literally, this is the whole crop. This is the whole crop for this farm. They just grow some watermelons. So I've got these beach balls down here. I found this really cute vine custom design code that's over the dark dirt path there, just to create kind of these vines between the watermelons, so that kind of seems a little bit more realistic that they're growing kind of out of the ground here. So there's just a cute little watermelon patch here for this farmhouse, the first one we come to the side of the castle. And then over here, guys, I decided to go ahead and do like the little mushroom farm. So we feel like we have a ton of options as far as like vegetables and things that we can grow, but when you're trying to do 10 villager houses and you need to make some sort of farm or shop for all of them, you start to find out how little you actually have. So unless I just made like one house the tomato farmer and one house the carrot farmer, it wasn't gonna work out. So I have a person who's growing mushrooms. Okay, mushrooms are a vegetable, right? But this is just what it is. This is what it is, and it's fine. So we've got a mush parasol over here. We've got the partition against the house. We have the mush log. Really cute stuff, right? All right, we keep going up, and here we have our tomatoes and our sugar cane. So again, very similar. Oh, look, the medieval side buildings, their lanterns are coming on and starting to get dark. So exciting. But here's this cute little spread out here for this farmhouse. So again, sugar cane and tomatoes over here, just with these rustic kind of farmy elements here around the house. And then over on this side, some more of those makeshift storage sheds, along with the silo in the corner there. So this is crop storage right here. And then we keep going up the path here. We've got a tub with yuzu because this is turning into our orchard. So I do actually have fruit trees growing. That is a crop here on the island. So over here we have our pears, and then down here we have everybody else. We've got our apples, our oranges, our peaches, our cherries. So cute, right? Just to have a little orchard out here. We've got another silo. We've got a fruit basket here. Some other farmy storage elements over here coming up to this little farmhouse. So again, very simple, very repetitive. All the farmhouses are very small. There wasn't a lot of space for crops. There wasn't a lot of space for lots of cool elements for farm core out here. This is how it turned out. And I actually think it's really cute. And I think that it fits the theme. Like the fact that this isn't a farm core island, that this is a castle core island, and that I just have these farms because you're gonna have them to support like the main castle structure and the shopping district there in the center, I think is really cool. So I'm pretty happy with this, how this all came out. Now let's check out these features I was kind of avoiding on the other side. So let's run down the middle yet again. I want to approach the central space with the tunnel. I want to go through the tunnel to get up there. So here we go, back to the middle here, kind of off of the airport. So now we're in the bottom center of the island again. Let's go up and let's do this. I have been shown the light that this is how you need to do these things. So here we're gonna go through our little tunnel. Our pergolas in between our castle walls here. There's a really, really cute tunnel leading up to our triple entrance here to the castle. This turned out pretty cute, you guys, I'm not gonna lie. So this was a big open space. I was having a lot of trouble with this kind of courtyard, and after I made the tunnel and shifted everything over, ended up, because of reasons we don't need to talk about in this video, ended up with 3 arches here in the middle instead of more castle walls. This is just something that happened. So I ended up putting these benches out here back to back, these topiaries, these lanterns, of course, and I actually extended, I had that this stone path that I have kind of everywhere else that's shooting under the pergola right here. That's what this courtyard was. And then I ended up extending the brick from inside the castle out here instead. And I think that made a really big difference to make this look really official, really clean, really neat, very castle. So this became kind of like a glorified little seating area right at the entrance of the castle. But before we go in there, I do want to walk through the sides here. So if we walk through these pergolas, I've had these paths back here between resident services and the main central castle. And then on the right right side between my house and the main central castle, I did have paths, and they were cute, but when everything got shifted over and I had to rethink what was happening here in this space, I ended up creating this kind of statue viewing area, which I really like, you guys. This was something I was not expecting to come up with, but I did, and I love it. So we created these little squares of brick here, put these statues on there, just have these repetitive arrangements of like trees, topiaries, lights along this path, and then across here we have these benches. So you can literally, this is like a little park, like a little statue park. You can come back here, you can hang out, appreciate some artwork in a very nicely manicured, very nicely structured space. So that is what's going on. That's kind of like the new path. Like I said, there was always a path going behind there, but this was like the new design for it. So on this side, same concept, different statues, same layout, different statues. But yeah, this is like a fun new feature that nobody else has seen either. So yeah, I love this. I think this is so cool. It's very castle, it's very regal. I like this a lot. I like it a lot. Okay, it's gonna start raining any second. Alright, so come through the tunnel, up through the center. Guys, check out, I know you're already checking them out, these simple panels with these wooden door customizations. Custom design will be in the description, don't panic. I was feeling very weird about having 3 open arches here, and something inside me told me to find a custom design code to put on simple panels, so we created some doors. I created some cool kind of castle doors, wooden with this black iron detail. This custom design is incredible. I don't know how people make these things, it's incredible, I love it. But that is a really fun feature that came out of this space. And then now we are inside our main castle structure. So here we have like this really cool entrance, this courtyard that you walk into, squared off with this fun fountain in the middle, and then this is going to lead us up into our main shopping district that's ahead of us here. This is our major waterfall, water features going on down here, but we have some stuff to look at before we go up these inclines. So let's head on over to the left here, following the courtyard. More garden benches, of course, everywhere. We've got some fountains on some islands over here as well. But guys, this is the final design. Once again, don't forget modern Castlecore. Guys, this is Tifa's gym. For those of you who are unfamiliar with my channel and my island, I have 4 resident accounts on my island. So I have Potter, Zelda, Caspian, and Tifa. They are additional accounts on my Switch, and I have them in my game so that I can do things exactly like this. I can use their player houses to make businesses on my island. So Tifa has a gym here, and we're not going to go in there and look around because this is not that video. That video is on the channel if you guys want to go see what's going on inside of the gym, or you can visit the new dream address and check it out that way too. But all of that being said, this is the gym. So this is the exterior that we are sticking with. So this is very similar to how I have laid out her exterior for the gym specifically for the last couple of islands, because try as I might for each individual theme to make it fit the theme, like to make this a modern Castlecore gym, like what? What does that even mean? It's kind of impossible. It feels impossible. So what I did in the very beginning when I first made the gym was I grabbed some mountain bikes and I created a bike rack so you could ride your bike to the gym. I grabbed some of these outdoor tables. It felt very gym-esque. These items are inside of the gym as well. Busting out lockers and protein shakes and kettlebells. And then I did create for the first time, this is like a little yoga corner. We've got our little yoga mats out here on the grass. We have a humidifier, you know, outside just to make sure no one's getting too dry. Too dry out here while doing their yoga. It sets the mood, okay? So this is the very simple exterior that I did for Tifa's gym. It just makes sense for a gym, even if it doesn't necessarily make sense for the castle theme. So we're gonna go with that because I could not come up with anything better. Over here on the right side, we have Caspian's candy store. Once again, you guys, I tried to change it. I tried to make it work for a castle theme and I could not come up with any good ideas. So we reverted back to the pink diner items, the candy machines, the colorful juices, all of that fun stuff out here outside of Caspian's Candy Emporium. I turned his house pink again. It just makes sense. It's a candy store. And again, if you want to see the interior, that video is out there on the channel, or you can check out the dream address to see the interior of Caspian's Candy Store. But that is what ended up happening for the exteriors of these establishments. Moving on, we're going to head right back up into the center here of the shopping districts. We're going to go up this bridge, and then we're going to go up this incline. And here in the very center here of the castle, this is the museum, obviously. This design came out of a lot of like blood, sweat, and tears, also a lot of help from viewers. This design came out of one of my subscribers' heads, and then I elaborated on it, and then it changed the entire layout of the island once it was done. But here is our fun Castlecore museum. I think it came out really cute. I like this a lot. It's very simple, it's very understated, but I like it. So here on this upper level, we have bridges going across as well. So there's this fun spread back here, across this little bridge, and then here we come to the Able Sisters. Now, again, if you are a subscriber and you were hanging out with me in live streams, you guys saw how much I was struggling with having the Able Sisters and Nook's Cranny up here on either side of the museum because we ended up building that castle kind of around the museum. I felt like I had to build castles around all of them. Well, I settled down, guys. I settled down. The actual castle structure almost kind of ends with this tower right here, and then I decided to just allow the Able Sisters to be what it is. Its own little standalone store. It doesn't need to be wrapped in castle walls. It's absolutely fine the way it is. And then I just filled in this empty space with another really cute pergola, and then we've got some garden benches here in the corner. So this is just a really nice kind of seating area. You can hang out here in the shopping district, just chill out while you're shopping. But yeah, it ended up being so much more simple than what I was trying to do with it before, and I feel much happier with that. And then guys, coming down here into this little walkway, past these evergreen ashes, plant partitions, Turkey Day garden stands, and anthurium plants. Guys, this is Zelda's coffee shop. So this is how the exterior, her little patio actually came together. This is not at all what I was going for. Also trying very hard to make the coffee shop a little bit more medieval. The house was white and yellow. I was using the iron garden pieces out here. So what I ended up doing completely unexpectedly was I went ahead and busted out some of the small cafe tables and then customized some director's chairs to coordinate with those. So it's black and white, very clean, very modern. It's okay, guys. Modern Castlecore. It's okay, I promise. And just creating these fun little tables. So over here, obviously we have some chairs and then a bench on the other side of the table. I thought that was kind of cute. And then we've got a couple of bistro style tables over here with some fun treats, some coffee plants all around here, all around the coffee shop, of course. And then we have some serving carts out here with some fun stuff. So this is Zelda's coffee shop. The interior is pre 2.0, so I try to keep people from going in there to look at it, but hey, that video is on the channel. Or you can visit the dream address to check out the inside. So let's head on over to the right side of this landing up here. So on this side, on the opposite side, we have Nook's Cranny to the Able Sisters. So once again, just let it be its own thing. Just let Nook's Cranny be Nook's Cranny. The whole castle walls, this whole elaborate design over here, wrapping around the museum, that all comes to an end here with this tower. And then moving past the tower, we just have regular old Nook's Cranny, another cute pergola filling in this gap over here in the corner, another cute seating area. Another thing about me, friends, I'm very symmetrical and matchy, and that can drive you crazy or it can make you feel at peace. Just depends on who you are and what your mood is for the day. So that is what's going on in front of Nook's Cranny. There was a little bit more space out here, so there's some weirdness with the Able Sisters being, I think, 5 tiles wide and then Nook's Cranny being 7. So the spacing on either side doesn't match perfectly. So all of that to say, I had a little bit more courtyard over here because Nook's Cranny is actually a larger building. So there was a big open kind of gap of space here. So we put a fountain here. We just plopped a fountain right here in the middle of the courtyard, along with another garden bench here. Just a cool spot to hang out, right? No big deal. Okay, and then coming down here, one of my favorite patios I think that has ever been made. Very much a team effort. This live stream was so fun. So many of you helped me put this patio together. We really worked as a team. You guys gave me great advice. I stuck to my guns in some ways, and we made this happen. And guys, this is so cute. This is so cute. So this is Potter's Seafood Restaurant, and as much as I am actually very proud of this interior, again, that video is on the channel. So we are not going to go look at the interior, but this is the seafood restaurant patio space. That's why there's all this seafood out here looking so delicious, so fresh here, about to get rained on. Again, friends, modern Castlecore. And guys, I can't believe I'm about to say it, but that's it. That is everything. That is everything that this island has to offer. It's modern Castlecore goodness. Lots of fun, epic, castle-y stuff. There's a fun little feature over here on this side. If we just go past the candy store here, there's actually an arch on this side that pops us right on out to the watermelon farmer. So friends, that's it. That is the entire island. It is finished. It is complete. Thank goodness. I am so excited to wrap up this phase, to call it done. Let's head on back down to the bottom of the island here. I'm gonna time travel to Lothlorien after dark. You guys sit tight. Alright guys, here we are after dark. Now we are gonna go walk around the island, and since we've already walked around during the day and I've kind of already talked about a lot of the areas, there isn't gonna be any commentary for this section of the video. I'm just gonna walk around the island and we're just gonna take it in. But if you guys have any questions about anything that I did or how I did it or what I used, feel free to pop those questions in the comments. I'd be more than happy to answer your questions. But now we're gonna finish out this tour with some smooth jams and a fun night tour. Alright you guys, let's get into it.